Let's have some fun with the element that we created, and we're going to have on a key press updating the background color. And we already saw earlier how we can set a background color, and in this case, in this lesson, we need to generate a random hex value that we can return back and use as our background color. And we're going to do this using JavaScript math. So taking a value where we've got math random method, and you can see what gets returned back from math random. We invoke this function, and you see we get a 0, decimal, and a bunch of characters. So we can extend on that by updating it and applying another, so it's stringing another method to it and adding in to string, and we can specify that if we want a hexadecimal value being returned back, we can specify toString 16, because hexadecimal is base 16, and it includes the A, B, C, D, E, and F letters, as well as all of the regular 10 digits. So you can see that now we're getting a hexadecimal return back value, and it's still 0, decimal, and then the hexadecimal. So what we want to do is we want to return back a substring -6 on this. And what that will do is that will take the last 6 characters that are available here and return that information back. And then, of course, we can utilize that in order to build our random color. So if we do a substring -6, it will return back the last 6 characters from that string. So we can use that, and we can use this formula to generate a random hexadecimal value. So let's create a function for that to handle this. I'm creating a function, and we can just call this random color. And this function is going to return back this value. And we also need to add in the hash in front of this in order to have it a proper color format. And when we add it to a number, we're going to return it back as a string. And this is hexadecimal anyway, so it's being returned back as a string value. So let's listen for the key code that we want to attach to it. And I'm going to press the key C, and we get a value of 67. So adding that in as the key that we're listening for. So we're listening for key 67. And what we want to do is take the myBlock object, select its style value and background color, and we're going to equal the background color to whatever is being returned back from random color function. And you can also, in order to run a block of code, you can also use the curly brackets around these. And because we're all on that same statement line, that's why we didn't have to include them. And it would just simply run the statement after the condition is met. So we can try that out. And now you see that if I press C, and let me refresh that, and if I press C, you see that the color of the element is updating. And I still have the other functionality where I can move left, I can move up, I can move right, and I can move down. So all of that functionality is still there. So go ahead and try this out. Add in the ability to generate a random color using math random.